This cutout text effect in Adobe Photoshop is super easy and doesn't use any extensions or anything extra. We're doing it entirely in Photoshop. So let's learn how to do it today. Before we get started, if you want to see more tutorials like this, feel free to subscribe, and you can also leave a comment down below on any future tutorials you'd like to see. So over here, I have an image. This is nothing special, it's just from Unsplash, and we're going to use the type tool to create our text layer. And then we can also style it however we want. Then we're going to create a new layer down here. And using this button here, we're going to change this to a solid color layer. So what this does is it's just exactly what it sounds like. You can also grab the paint bucket tool and fill it with color, but I always prefer to do a solid color layer like this. I'm going to make it black, and then I'm going to drag it below my text. I'm going to select these two, and I'm going to group them using the shortcut Command G or Control G if you're on Windows. In my group, I'm going to double click on my text layer. Now be careful you don't double click on the words itself, or you'll just edit the name of the layer. Double click somewhere on the blank part so that you open up this layer style menu. Then here we see knockout, and we're going to change this from none to shallow. And we're going to change that fill opacity down to 0%, and you can see we've already got the effect there. You can play around with this a little bit if you want it to be more or less opaque. I'm going to set it to 0. I'll click OK, and I might also decrease the opacity of this to something like 40%. We can also do some fun adjustments in here if you want to. If it's within the group, that text will cut through it. So if we add a hue/saturation layer, and we wanted to play around with that a bit, you can see that what the text is cutting out is not impacted at all by that. So this can lead to some really cool effects. You can also make the background a little bit more vibrant if you want to. And so this will show up in that text because it is below the group. Now that's all there is to it. Something to keep in mind though with these layer effects here, none of these are impacted by the cutout text effect. So if we wanted to add an inner shadow to our text, you can see that's still visible. And we can change all of those settings if we want to. And none of it is changed by the fact that we've got that knockout on there. So if we also wanted to do like a drop shadow, we can do that. Same with a stroke. That is completely unaffected by the cutout text effect. So if we wanted to add an outline, that's a really easy way to do that. But that's all there is to it. If you liked that video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.